Guys, it is 2021. I've been a PC gamer for the better part of, I want to say, the last like 3 or 4 years, and I have just bought my first Zowie mouse. I'm going to be reviewing the Zowie FK1-C in this video today. This is a part of their new C series of mice where they received some weight reductions, and they also received a much better paracord than all the paracords that I've previously seen on any Zowie mice. The reason why I wouldn't buy a Zowie mouse before was because the paracord was horrible. They were kind of expensive, and I assumed that the feet were trash. I'm not sure because I haven't tried any of them, but all the other mouse companies started coming out with these really nice PTFE feet that were white. They didn't change the color. At first, I thought it was going to be a negative. I thought they were going to be trash when I tried this mouse, but they're actually surprisingly good. Let's get right into the review though of the FK1-C. Let's go ahead and start off with the matte coating as well as the build quality of the mouse. So the matte coating, as you can see, it is pretty grippy, but of course, it does retain a ton of fingerprints. So it's kind of a bummer that, you have to wipe this mouse off all of the time to make sure that it looks its best. But to be honest with you, the grippiness of it is really worth it, and I hope that they come out with a white version of this mouse, specifically with the same matte coating though. Like, I'm not looking for a white version that has a glossy coating. Personally, I do not like glossy coatings at all, so I don't even see them as being viable at all because I wouldn't even buy it myself. But other than that, the build quality of this mouse is really solid. There's hardly any creaks at all, and it just feels solid. So if you buy a $70 Zowie mouse, you're definitely going to get some really good quality out of these things, and I definitely do think that it is worth the price to pay for the build quality alone, but not necessarily the weight. This mouse weighs in at 77 grams, and personally I would like to see this around 70 grams at the absolute max, but it would be even nicer if it could weigh like 62 or 65 grams or something like that, because I know that it doesn't have any holes and stuff like that. It is built extremely well and rigid, but Logitech also managed to build an extremely rigid and solid mouse with wireless technology, and also kept it really lightweight at about 60 grams. So this at 77 grams and this being 60 grams, I know this is twice the price, really more than twice the price, but it would be nice to see BenQ do the same in terms of engineering for their regular mice with the cable, mind you, not even wireless, but with the cable, and make them similar in weight, considering that this mouse is not really that much bigger. It's really just a little bit longer than the Superlight, but I don't know, I'm just glancing. I don't even know about the actual dimensions, but I'm just glancing, and the mouse looks slightly longer than the Superlight. But let's just say I didn't mind having a wired mouse, and I wasn't gonna spend $150 on a mouse. Well, I'm really glad to report that Zowie has listened to us, and they have updated the cable. The cable, honestly speaking, is extremely good. The cable is A tier, it's very soft, extremely flexible. It is a little thick, but that doesn't really bother me at all. The performance of the cable is extremely good, not to mention that the connector is angled up extremely stiffly, so there's no way in the world that this thing is gonna rub on your mouse pad at all. Like, the cable goes up quite a bit, and if you put this thing in a mouse bungee, you're pretty much good to go. And I had zero issues using these black PTFE feet as well. Like, these are actually not bad, and I don't really see a real reason to swap them out for like core pads or anything. And to be frank with you, comparing these to the stock feet on the Endgame Gear XM1R, I really don't mind these feet at all. Like, these are actually a little bit better than the stock feet on the XM1R, believe it or not. Yeah, I know, it's black PTFE or whatever the heck it is, black Teflon, whatever, but these are surprisingly good. You do have hardware buttons for your DPI and hardware buttons for your polling rate as well. So 125, 500, and 1000, and then 400, 800, 1600, and 3200 DPI available. The mouse went in 2 buttons. I'm not sure entirely what they are. Zowie doesn't say it on their website, but they are pretty medium in weight, and they are pretty spammable as well. Like, you can definitely hit these more than once in quick succession and not really have many issues, but sometimes I would like to have these be just a little bit lighter tensioned, and I think that they would be perfect. But as far as the feel and the sound, they feel good. The side buttons though, these side buttons are pretty stiff, but they do feel pretty premium, and there really is no rattle or anything at all. Like, these side buttons are legit. Like, this is very good quality side buttons in my opinion. The scroll wheel, on the other hand though, this scroll wheel, it has a lot of really nice feedback and tactility, but it is pretty loud, and like the scroll wheel noise, I don't know, it just feels kind of, I don't know, it makes me feel like it's kind of retro. The sensor of this mouse is the 3360, and I don't think that it's a bad choice. Like, it's still a viable sensor. The mouse is wired to it. I don't sense any type of like delay or sensor inaccuracy or anything. No problems with lift off distance, no problem with tracking. It's just a good performer, and it has been for years, so no real reason to swap it out is Zowie's train of thought. So why would we expect them to change something as basic as a sensor as long as it works? In terms of performance in game, I had zero issues using the FK1-C, and I'm pretty sure it would be the same for the other FK mice. The difference between the three FK mice is that the FK1 is the biggest, the FK1 Plus is the medium-sized mouse, and the FK2 is the smallest mouse. FK1 Plus-C. Horrible name. I don't know why they have that picked out as the name. That's absolutely mind-blowing, but whatever, BenQ. In the future, just call it FK small, medium, and large. The 1, the 1 Plus, the 2. Why? In conclusion, I do recommend the Zowie FK-C series of mice, and pretty much probably any of the new C series Zowie mice. I do think that the Paracord is extremely good and a necessary change, because that's pretty much the first thing that everyone was doing was Paracording their Zowie mice as soon as they got it. And on this one, do you need an aftermarket Paracord? Well, no, but if you would like to have one, I'll leave links to my 3 favorite companies for aftermarket Paracords in the description below. And maybe if you just want to switch up the aesthetic of your Paracord, then that would be a good reason to do so. But otherwise, is it necessary? Not really. Now Zowie is on a roll. This is the second product line that they've done. The C Series 2 first, it was like the Ergo mouse. I think it was the EC. Now it's the FK, and they're probably going to do the rest of their shapes, hopefully the rest of this year. And that way you got some really solid options from Zowie. But what I would like to see in the near future, I would like to see wireless in the near future, and also weight reductions. Like, I would like to see a lot of these mice being sub 70 grams, even sub 60 grams, especially for the smallest of mice, because the other companies are already doing this. They're doing wireless and they're doing lower weights. So I would like to see Zowie being very good at inventing mouse shapes and doing a small product update this year, but I would like to see them come out with some new innovative products and updates that are actually worth spending more money on. Because let's just say that you already have an FK mouse or an older Zowie mouse and you've already put a new Paracord on there. I don't really know if this is a real upgrade for you. Like, this is just a justification of who should be buying a Zowie mouse, in my opinion. So that's pretty much all I got for this video. If you guys enjoy, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel as well. I will leave a link to the FK1-C, the 1 Plus C, and the FK2-C in the description below. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video, and also don't forget to subscribe.
King Slayer. Game over. Victory. Killing spree. Double kill. Double kill. Hill control. Double kill. Hill control. Killing spree. Tie the leader. Gain the lead. King Slayer. Double kill. Lost the lead. Kill lost. Tie the leader. Double kill. Killing spree. King gain the lead. King Slayer.